Have you ever had one of those Sunday nights where you just sit there, looking at your bank account, and suddenly this wave of pure determination hits you? You think, that's it. Starting tomorrow, everything changes. No more ordering takeout 3 nights a week, no more random online shopping. I'm going to stick to my budget, I'm going to save $500 a month, and I'm finally getting my financial life together. It feels amazing in the moment, it feels like a breakthrough. But then Tuesday happens. You have a brutal day at work, your car starts making a weird clicking sound on the drive home, and by 7 p.m. that Sunday night fire is completely gone. You're exhausted, you're stressed, and you open up a food delivery app because you quite literally do not have the mental energy to cook. If you've been caught in that exact cycle before, I want you to take a deep breath, because you are not broken. You don't lack discipline, and you don't have a defective relationship with money. You've just been sold a massive lie about how financial success actually happens. We live in a culture that worships motivation. We look at people who have healthy savings accounts or flourishing investment portfolios, and we assume they just want it more than we do. We think they have this infinite reservoir of willpower that allows them to say no to short-term temptations day after day, year after year. But the truth is, relying on motivation to manage your finances is like relying on the weather to power your house. It's erratic, it's completely unpredictable, and it always runs out right when you need it most. Psychologists actually have a term for this. It's called decision fatigue. Every single day, your brain makes thousands of microscopic choices. What to wear, how to phrase an email to your boss, whether to step around a puddle. Every choice consumes a tiny fraction of your cognitive energy. By the time you're walking past a coffee shop at 3 p.m. or looking at your automated savings transfer at the end of the month, your willpower is running on fumes. Think about how much friction we face today. In the past, spending money required a physical action. You had to walk to an ATM, pull out paper cash, hand it to a human being, and watch your wallet get lighter. There was pain involved in the transaction. Today, that pain has been completely engineered out of the system. You can buy a $300 gadget with a double click of a side button on your phone while lying in bed. The financial system has made spending completely frictionless. Yet when it comes to saving or investing, we do the exact opposite. We make ourselves log into an app, look at a balance, manually transfer money to a separate account, and actively choose to give up cash we could use right now. We are forcing our fragile, exhausted human willpower to fight against a multi-trillion-dollar industry designed to make us spend. It is a losing battle every single time. This brings us to a quiet realization that changes everything. The people who are winning with money aren't fighting harder. They've just stopped fighting. They realize that instead of trying to become a person with superhuman discipline, it's infinitely easier to build an ecosystem where discipline isn't required. Imagine 2 different people trying to save for a down payment on a house, or just trying to build a basic 3-month emergency fund so they can sleep better at night. The first person relies on motivation. Every month they get paid. They pay their rent, they buy groceries, they go out with friends, and they tell themselves they'll save whatever is left over at the end of the month. But money is fluid. It expands to fill the space we give it. By day 28, the account is creeping close to zero, and they promise to try harder next month. They are constantly stressed, constantly feeling like they're failing. The second person takes human nature out of the equation. They set up a system where, 20 minutes after their paycheck hits their account, a portion of it is automatically moved. A percentage goes to their retirement account, a percentage goes to a high-yield savings account at a completely different bank, and the rest lands in their checking account. Now look at the psychological difference. The second person isn't making a choice every month to save. They aren't looking at a larger balance and feeling the temptation to spend it. The money they need for their future self is gone before they even have a chance to miss it. What is left in their checking account is theirs to spend, completely guilt-free. They don't need motivation because the system runs on autopilot. When you shift from a mindset of willpower to a mindset of systems, your entire relationship with your life changes. Money stops being this daily emotional report card on your character. It just becomes background noise. It becomes a utility, like electricity or water, that flows where it's supposed to flow without you having to think about it. So how do we actually build this in real life? It doesn't require a master's degree in finance, and it doesn't mean you have to live like a monk. It just requires an hour of intentional design. The first step is creating positive friction for your spending and removing friction for your savings. If you have shopping apps on your phone with your credit card details pre-saved, delete the cards. Make yourself get up, find your wallet, and type in those 16 digits every time you want to buy something. You'll be amazed at how many times that tiny bit of hassle makes you realize you didn't actually want the item that badly anyway. The second step is automating the essentials. Start small. If you've never saved consistently before, don't try to save 20% of your income tomorrow. Start with an amount so small your brain barely registers it. Maybe it's $25 a paycheck. Set up an automatic transfer that happens the exact same day you get paid. What you're doing here isn't just saving money, you're rewiring your brain. You are breaking the association that saving requires sacrifice and struggle. You are proving to yourself that your net worth can grow while you sleep, while you're at work, or while you're out having dinner with people you love. Over time, as you get used to that money being gone, you can bump that $25 to $50, then to $100. You scale the system, not the effort. The goal of all of this isn't to accumulate a massive pile of cash, just for the sake of looking at a high number on a screen. The goal is peace of mind. It's the feeling of waking up on a Tuesday morning and knowing that if your car makes that weird clicking sound, it's an inconvenience, not a tragedy. It's the freedom to say no to a toxic work environment because you have a buffer built between you and the street. We've been conditioned to believe that building financial security is supposed to feel like a grueling uphill marathon. But the most sustainable paths in life are usually the ones with the least resistance. You don't need to find a burst of inspiration tomorrow morning to fix everything. You just need to build a small quiet track for your money to run on, and then step out of the way. Progress isn't about being perfect every single day. It's about designing a life where your worst days can no longer ruin your best intentions.